insight to share with you today. So today I wanted to share with you about shifting and lifting. Last weekend I had a big, I don't even know how to call it yet. I'm not ready fully to talk about it yet. So I'm just going to say a life-changing experience happened. And it really got me thinking about what I'm doing and why I do what I do and how I serve and why I serve. And, it really also made me think about who I've been and where I've come from and what I am doing and what I really want in the future. And so, and saying all that and shifting and lifting, so today's topic. And so what that means is things are evolving. Just like out there in the world, things are evolving within each and every one of us. The external sometimes does shift and lift us and motivate us and inspire us to move in a different direction and really get on our path. When we start to see things breaking down, that usually then leads to a breakthrough. So not all things that are destroyed are or taken, or however, is a negative experience. Sometimes it really is the breakdown is through the breakthrough. And so that's what it means really to shift and to lift, because that is an evolution. And evolution, again, if you think about the transformation of a butterfly, kind of like my tattoo here, the evolution of a butterfly is it goes through a period where it's, in the dirt and it's in the muck, and it turns actually into mush. So it's just complete mush. And then it starts to reform and starts to turn into this beautiful experience known and seen as a butterfly. But it goes through this metamorphosis from one thing to another, very much like alchemy. And so that's what it's been like on this journey as a psychic, as a medium, as a tarot teacher, and all of that. And so what the shifting and lifting is truly about is how we allow ourselves to see things and how we allow ourselves to move forward past things that are challenging and through things that devastate us. And so saying all that, my shifting and lifting is I'm really going to be focusing more on spiritual entrepreneurship, and the things that I share will be more business based, because I'm going to tell you the truth. What's happening out there in the world, I'm realizing more and more of us are pivoting from employee to employer. And I want to share with you how I've been able to, for the last 14 years now, with this very tarot deck, create a business that is international as well as online. I was online before social media and it started. I've had experience on both TV and radio in different parts of the world. And so I want to share with you how to pivot from being an employee to an entrepreneur, because it is so important that we start to see ourselves as entrepreneurs and creating our own wealth, and then spreading that in our communities and teaching the same to our children, because we can see now that the world, that the way it was does not work. And the more and more of us who take control of our financial, our emotional, our physical, our spiritual and emotional lives, we can become better entrepreneurs. Thousands of people now are working from home and seeing how that increases, productivity. People need time to, do what they do. And so I really want to not only empower people to move from being employee to entrepreneur, but truly women and even young girls. And so, I'm creating something new. So today is the last day of this live series. I'm saying all of that to say that so I can really focus on Brown Girls Who Coach, because this is for the healers, for the seers, for the oracles. This is for the wizards, the priestesses. And if you are in a business that you are here to serve others, then you need a coach. You need a place. And so I really want to share with you everything that I needed when I started over 14 years ago. I want to give you that. And so you'll be hearing me talking a little bit more about that very soon. However, I'm still in my cocoon a little bit and allowing myself to, transform. Like I said, I had a big life altering experience happen last weekend. And so it's really got me really focused on us leading our own way and then bringing others along with us to support a bigger community. And so my gift to you before we part is I wanted to give you just a beautiful summary of the end of this for the last few days of September, for October, November, and December. So I'm going to share with you 4 cards today, and it gives me so much inspiration to share this insight with you because, I've decided that, it's so important that we learn how to take care of ourselves. We've gotten so complacent and comfortable that we've forgotten our ancestors. They might have moved and migrated, but they did it because they had to use the resources that they had. Nobody was going to take care of them. And so we've gotten so used to that, but we've got to really learn how to take care of ourselves. The recent experiences out there in the world also have, kind of shaken me to my core. So I know last week I also announced the Soul of Tarot, and we've decided to postpone that a little bit because we were going to do that. And with the world in so much turmoil and, so many different things going on, including there's an upcoming Mercury retrograde and the presidential election, I knew it would be difficult for people to kind of, concentrate on something like this. And so now more than ever, we need our intuition in tip-top shape. So what I'll be starting out with is an intuitive incubator. And so I'll be sharing more about this as well. So if you are in business and you've been wanting to sharpen your intuition and you want to use Empowered Tarot for business, then I've got something for you. So I'm going to go ahead and pick these 4 cards face down. And let's get into it. So here they are, face down, haven't looked at them. So these are for the last few days of September. So as I was just sharing with the Page of Swords is letting me know that we've got to get clear. We've got to cut out all the distractions, all the things that bring us down. We've got to be the ones to lead the way. We're always looking, and I'm not saying that you don't need a mentor, but you've got to be the one who develops discipline. You've got to be the one who plants the seeds. But many of us need guidance, and yet we keep thinking we can do it on our own, and we waste so much of our time thinking we can do it on our own. And this is why Brown Girls Who Coach is where I really want to support and lead, because I want you, every woman that is an entrepreneur is also a leader. And so you've got to clear out the things. And so this is really about that clearing out energy. And that's for the last few days of September. And then here we go for October, the Wizard, the 7 of Cups. And so it really is about making magic. What is it that you're calling in? What is it that you're wanting to do? You have the keys to your kingdom. And again, this is truly what I was talking about when that pivot from employee to entrepreneur. Many of us are afraid to take the leap into entrepreneurship. I know I had a cushy job as a librarian. I had summers off. Everyone thought I was crazy when I quit, but something within my spirit told me it was time for me to do something different. And now here I am 14 years later doing everything that I love. And so, hey, beloved, please make sure you watch the replay. And so this is for October. So it's time for us to really use our magic, to bring it in. And this is why we're starting with intuition, because we need to have a clear understanding, and then we move into our worthy connection. So see, Claudia, then you definitely know that this is for you. And so then for November, we get the Queen of Swords. So as I was saying, we've got to get clear, ladies. Do you see that Queen of Swords? And what is she? Focused, determined. So we've got to get everything. With the first card is saying, look at what's distracting you. Pay attention, because pages are like students, or like that young experience. So we've got to look at the things that, even the hard things. Why are we eating what we're, it's checking on our phone? Why are we in these relationships? Why are we, doing these habits? This is the time to clear that out, because our magic comes in October, and then we need that energy come November. We need that clear, crystal clear vision. And that's exactly why we're doing the intuitive incubator in November. November has a high vibration of the divine feminine energy. And then for December, it's no looking back. The night of rods, our passion, our purpose are completely aligned, and we are on our way into a new year. And so that's what the night of rods is, because rods represent our fire and our passion. But we can't get there through clouds. We can't get there through negative energy. We can't get there through hurt and pain. So we've got to get there first through clearing and being determined about our intuition, and then coming in physically into the body. And so the page, as I said, is teaching us to clear out the distractions. Then we get to use our magic and come into our fullness in October. Then in November, crystal clarity. And we also have a Mercury retrograde from October 12th through November 3rd. So guys, ladies, gentlemen, brothers, sisters, please remember, this is going to be a highly charged time. So back up your things, get your vote in early, do all the things that you need to do. Mercury retrograde's going to, play a little bit, but we are definitely going to be preparing for that. So I'll be sharing something with that soon to get you Mercury retrograde ready. And then again, last but not least, be prepared. We are being prepared for 2021. And so what are we going to do? What kind of energy are we bringing in to another year that we have no idea what is ahead of us? But if we are focused, if we are determined, and we allow ourselves to pivot and shift and lift ourselves, there is nothing that we can't do. And so you're so welcome, Claudia. Thank you so much for joining in. And so I hope to see you over on Brown Girls Who Coach, the Facebook page, as well as the community on Instagram. I'll be sharing a lot more information very soon. As I've shared, I'm still a little bit in my cocoon, and I'll be sharing more about what's been going on and things like that. But right now it's still just a little bit too what's the word I'm looking for? Too close. And so I'm just enjoying my time to, or actually just processing, transforming, and allowing myself to shift and lift, as I said. And so stay tuned for more information. If you are